Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. This is Suha and I will be creating this look that I'm wearing right now. I have a very bold blue metallic eyes and nude lips, a look that is perfect for any evening parties. Just make sure when you're wearing a very cool tone eye makeup like this, pair it with a soft lip color. And the same advice goes for the dress. Pick a dress that is not very warm color, rather something that's more on the cooler side. So these are the very small details that can really make or break your look. So pay attention to those details. So enough chit chat, let's move on with today's video. So starting off my makeup with this Olay moisturizing cream and applying it all over my face. This is one of the steps that you cannot ignore. Now I'm applying e.l.f. Porless Primer and applying this only on the areas where I have pores. I'm using an eyeshadow primer by Wet n Wild and applying this on my eyelid. I'm using a foundation by Lancome. If you're interested about the products that I use in my video and if you missed something, then you can always check the description box for more details. I'm applying my foundation with a flat kabuki brush. Using a brush sometimes does not do a very seamless job, so I always go back in with a damp beauty sponge to really make that foundation blend into the skin. I'm applying Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and applying this where I need some coverage. I'm using this W7 banana powder to set the concealer and the eyeshadow primer in place, so I have a nice base to work with my eyeshadow. Now I'm using this Coastal Scent 120 palette 5 and taking a transition shade. This is a Eco Tool blending brush. I will have all the links in the description box if you guys are interested. Now I'm using NYX bronzer as my second transition shade. I really like this bronzer as a transition color on my eyelid. It really makes the transition so much easier. Now I'm going in with a black shade from that same palette and applying it on the outer V of my eyes. So basically at this point all you have to do is blend until you get something you're satisfied with. Now I'm using this color from Beauty Creations Elsa palette to blend out the harsh edge. So I'm just going back and forth with different shades from this palette to really get that gradient effect. So I'm going back in with that black color and using a much smaller brush. This is a UK brand called Glow & She and I'm using their single eyeshadow color and applying this on the outer V. I'm not going over the black shadow that I applied before. I'm just keeping it inside that eye socket. Now I'm just cleaning up any of the mess and using that same concealer. I'm not cutting my crease, I'm just applying this concealer to really clean up my eyelid so the next shadow that I use really shows up on the lid. And I'm using this Chanel metallic single eyeshadow and applying this on the inner portion of my eyelid. going back in with that blue color again and intensifying that color, because from all the blending it has faded away a little bit. Now I'm applying a liner by Focallure. I'm just drawing a thin line, nothing too dramatic. Now I'm applying a kajal in my lower lash line. Later I will be smudging it out. And I'm using a flat brush to smudge out that kajal so it's not too harsh on my eyes. I want that smoked out look. I'm going back in with that same silver shade and applying into the inner corners of my eyes. Going back in with that same kajal to intensify the look even more. Now I'm using a mascara by Maybelline. The bronzer that I'm using is by Benefit. It's their Hula bronzer and this is the travel size. I'm applying my bronzer with a large fan brush. I feel this type of brush applies the bronzer so nicely. I'm going back in with another Benefit blush. I don't remember the name, but I'll have this link down below if you guys want to know. I'm going in with another blush palette by Tarte and applying their highlighter to highlight the highest point of my cheekbone. And we are done, and here is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this a huge thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, then please subscribe to see more of my videos, and I hope to see you next time.